Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Before I do get started, I want to mention something. As I'm recording this, it's 1 a.m. right now on Friday, and when this is uploaded, tomorrow will be my birthday. So guys, make sure you are in my stream. I'm going to be streaming around 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time, maybe even 4 p.m. at the earliest, so around 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. But make sure you're there so you can wish me a happy birthday and drop a like in the stream. Going to be 17 tomorrow. But other than that though, let's get started in the video. I first want to mention how they started off chapter 4, and they started it off by releasing Unreal Engine 5.1, which is insane. The graphics were amazing. They just made it feel like Fortnite is a whole different game in this world. Of course, since this is a brand new chapter, that means we got a brand new map and loads of weapons. Starting with the Excalibrator rifle. In my opinion, I didn't like it that much, but other people really did. The Thunder shotgun, it was alright. The Maven auto shotgun, once again, it was an alright gun. The Red Eye assault rifle, I did not like it at first, but I started to grow onto it, and I liked it throughout the chapter. The SMG, the Twin Mag SMG. This is a pretty good SMG, especially that has a fast firing for the first reload. And then the Tactical Pistol, which was absolutely broken. Everyone loved the Tactical Pistol. At this point, people were just running pistols instead of SMGs. Or even shotguns at that point. But anyways, there was then the Shockwave Hammer. That was a really fun mobility item. It was also fun doing damage with people with it. And of course, we had augments. And I think the augments were a great change to the game. But at the same time, they were a bit unfair as well. But we also did get slap berries. We got slap juice. And then we got these sky jellies. We have not seen those since, I don't even know, man. Personally, me, I haven't seen those since like Chapter 4, Season 2 or 3. Because I swear they were not in Chapter 4, Season 4. But other than that, we then got the hotspot flying drone things back. We got capture points, which are really underrated. They're actually not on Chapter 5. Only the Loot Island has the capture point now. I think those were really underrated, and those were, very well to use. Other than that, though, we then have the Battle Pass for Tier 1. We had Selena. For the next skin, we then had Maza. I don't really know about the skin. I'm not vibing with it. But the Doomslayer skin, that was a pretty sick one. I like that. Dusty, we got a baseball skin. Nizumi, anime skin for anime nerds. We got Helzy. A lot of people like this skin. I wasn't a big fan. And then the Aegis, in my opinion, one of the best skins in this Battle Pass. And then we had the Growth of Riva as the secret skin to come a couple weeks later. Also, one more thing. Something that was absolutely insane that Fortnite had on the first day of the new chapter were motorcycles. This is one of the best vehicles in the entire game. It was insane to have motorcycles around this time. Something crazy to believe is that Mr. Beast's icon skin came out over a year ago. And a year ago, Mr. Beast did a challenge in Fortnite where you could have won $1 million. That is right. One person, $1 million for playing a video game. And all you had to do was some challenges in the game. It was absolutely insane. And it was like one of the best times, I gotta say, for this moment of Fortnite. The next day later, we then got the 2022 Fortnite Winterfest, which gave us 3 new skins that we could unlock in the Winterfest cabin. First was the Arctic Oddline skin, then was the Sled Ready Guff outfit, and then finally we had the Guff Gringle, pretty much Guff dressed as like a Santa. So that was another skin. So yeah, we then had that, and then we had to wait about 2 weeks until our next update, which is the Guardian Shield. And I think the Guardian Shield is actually a really good item, especially for zero build. And as a zero build player myself, this was a really useful item in zero build, from far range at least. So I think this item was amazing. Yes, we do have the little shield breaker thing with the pistol now for Chapter 5. But for a shield, this was really good at the time. So I think this was a really good item, and this helped zero build a lot. Maybe not build mode. Maybe it did help a little bit, but I don't play build mode, so I wouldn't understand. But other than that, though, this was an amazing item for zero build. So after 23.10, which was kind of like a hotfix update, we then got 23.20 about 2 weeks later, and we got the Falcon Scout, and we also got some new reality augments. Now, I'm not going to really talk about the augments as good as they could be, but other than that, though, the Falcon Scout, it was kind of trash, to be honest. Like, it was good, maybe in build mode possibly, but I think in zero build, you're in a very bad situation with that one. Because if you can't build and you just have it and you got to stand still, anyone can just snipe you or something like that. So yeah, that's the thing that kind of sucks with that. Even though snipers were removed this season, there were still bows that could one-shot you. So yeah, I think this item wasn't that good in my opinion. So let's move on to the next update. So the next update was then, well, it wasn't really an update, but the next big thing in Fortnite was the Kid Leroy icon skin coming out and his mini live event, which was in creative. I didn't see this live event. Apparently it was up till like April or March. So yeah, I think people knew it was going to be mid. But I saw a video on it and it had some unreleased stuff like buildings, props, devices, and some of the stuff actually did really interesting. And to this day, as I'm speaking, January 2024, we do not have some of the stuff that was in that map. It's kind of crazy to think. It's been over a year, almost. It was January the 23rd when that went live. And it is just not in creative for some weird reason. We need it in creative. It would be great for creators. But other than that, let's go to the next update. A week later, though, on January the 31st, we then get an actual update, which is the Fortnite X Dragon Ball update again. So this time we have the Son Gohan and the Piccolo movie characters. So we got those two skins from the movie from 2022, and I think it's pretty cool. We got the Nimbus Cloud and we got the Kamehameha back, which, you know, they're overpowered, they're amazing. So other than that, I don't know much to say, but I guess they were really good. Yeah. So after that Dragon Ball update, we then get a mini update for the Grell of Reva skin to be unlocked, which is a mid update. It wasn't that good. Had no content, just made the skin unlockable, and that's it. Surprisingly, for one of the last updates of this season, we got the Most Wanted event, which gave us the Heist Breacher Exotic Shotgun, the Heist Explosive Assault Rifle Exotic, the Heist Accelerant Shotgun, the Heist Run and Gun SMG, the Heist Bling Mag SMG. And I think all of the weapons that I just listed, they're all really good in their own ways. They're amazing. I mean, they're exotics. Why wouldn't they be? And then we also did get a new skin, which I'm showing you right here on screen, which is called the Gold-Blooded Ace. I didn't get this skin, but I actually got gifted this skin today. But I didn't get it when it was free. So I wasn't really paying much attention to it, and I didn't do the quest for it. But good for you, I guess, if you got the skin. If you like it, you like it. I just didn't like it that much back then. So in my opinion, I'd have to say either the Acceleration Heist Shotgun or the Run and Gun SMG Heist Weapon is probably the best exotic from that update. By the way, I do want to mention that was update 23.40, and that was 2 weeks after 23.30. So, anyways, though, now we're on 23.50. Surprisingly, 5 updates in this season. So for this final update, we actually get little codes for challenges leaking the next skin a part of the next season's battle pass, which is the mega season, which we're about to get to into a second, reviewing that. But here's what the skin looks like right now on the screen. This is Thunder. And before I do end this segment of, season 1, my review of it, I would say season 1, there were a couple glitches, but other than the glitches, this was a great season. I'd have to give this an 8 out of 10. This was a great season. They had a lot of collabs. They did a lot for the season, and I think it was insane. Especially the start was amazing, and then, you know, going from there, having all these cool updates, free skins, new weapons, or new items every 2 weeks. So yeah, good job on Chapter 4, Season 1 of Fortnite. Okay, we're moving on to the next season now, which is the Mega Season, Chapter 4, Season 2. And already start the season off, we have a new type of futuristic motorcycle and car. And for the weapons, we have the Kinetic Blade, which is a solid weapon, way better than the Shockwave Hammer. It was way better. It was a big improvement. But then we got the Havoc Suppressed Assault Rifle. It's a decent assault rifle. And some people like this weapon, and some people love this weapon. The Havoc Pump Shotgun. In my opinion, I think the Havoc Pump is one of the best shotguns in the game, close to the original Pump Shotgun. At least in damage-wise and everything else it does. Then we got one of the most broken pulse rifles from the new Loot Island in Season 2, which was the Overclock Pulse Rifle. This was really good to use. It was mad OP. But other than that, though, Slurp Juices also changed. They changed to Legendary form, making it to where you heal to 100 health and shield every second for 3 shield and 3 health. And for the skins for Season 2, we have Renzo the Destroyer. It was a decent skin. That's the Tier 1. The next skin was Imani, if I'm saying that right. You anime nerds probably know that. Other than that, though, we got Thunder. I think Thunder's a pretty cool skin. So, definitely got to be my second or third favorite. Mystica is next. I'm not a huge fan of her, but, you know, if you're vibing with it, you're vibing with it. Stray, something with Fox Clan. That's the only thing I really know. Highwire. I know a lot of people liked Highwire. It was an okay skin. Mizuki. I think Mizuki, the Tier 100, was a really good Tier 100. I gotta say, really good one. And then Aaron Yeager for the secret skin to come in the next couple of weeks. A pretty cool collaboration that I thought Fortnite did was bring Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield to Fortnite. So I think that's pretty cool. So here's their skins right here up on the screen. But other than that, though, I really want to give a huge shout out to Unreal Editor. Unreal Editor, which is UEFN for people that don't know, created the Creator Economy 2.0, which made it to where, as a creator, if you play my maps that are, well, at this point, any of my maps now, you are giving me money. When you play, the amount of time you play and the amount of people play, the more money I make. So big shout out to Unreal Editor for Fortnite, which is UEFN, for just even existing. It took so long to get to this moment, and I'm so happy they dropped it as early as, you know, March of 2023. It was absolutely insane. We got a really good season start, and just 2 weeks later, UEFN dropped, and this was an amazing time for Fortnite. 2 weeks after Fortnite released UEFN, as I explained that acronym just in the last clip I said, they then brung update 24.10, which was just the like spring break Easter update. I don't know what to really call it. I guess some people had spring break around the Easter time, and that's kind of what they called it. They said spring breakout, but it's pretty much just the Easter update. I guess it was cool, I guess. But then we move on to the 24.20 update, which was then 2 weeks later once again. So now we're in April of 11. And this brings the Aaron Yeager skin, and it brings 2 mythic items. It brings the Thunder Booms, and it also brings the ODM gear. And I wasn't a big fan of the Thunder Boom things, but I loved the ODM gear. The ODM gear was a classic. It was a really good mythic. It was as good as the Spider-Man mythic, and we'll get to Spider-Verse because this wasn't, you know, Season 2 of Chapter 4. But this was a really good mythic for the season. It was absolutely insane using this for the last I think it was like almost 2 months left still of Season 2, so this was great. This is kind of crazy to think, but it took us 3 weeks after the Eren Yeager update to get another Fortnite update in Chapter 4 Season 2. And this was the Star Wars update, where it gave us the mini battle pass. It gave us Darth Maul, as you can see on screen, and then it gave us some stormtroopers, which I'm not going to put on screen because there's too many of them. But other than that, though, we got 3 mythics. We got the push lightsaber mythic, we got the pull lightsaber mythic, and the throw lightsaber mythic. And as you know, the throw was the best one. The throw lightsaber mythic was insane. That was like the best, one of the best mythics that I've ever seen in Fortnite. I mean, there's a lot of them, but that's got to be at least the top 10. That's a really good one. Like, even if you can full on build, you're still going to get hit like 2 or 3 times with the amount of rocks it has. It's as broken as the mech, like a nerfed version as the mech. That's a way to think about it. But other than that, yeah, that's all that was there for this update. So this was technically the last update of the season. The Star Wars update, yeah, that was the last one. But I do want to include one more update because I think this was one of the most underrated collabs in Chapter 4 Season 2. This was got to be the best one. The Spider-Verse collab bringing Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2099. Kind of sucks that he didn't get his face mask off and Miles did. But I really do like this Spider-Verse mythic, as you can see on screen. I think this thing was really cool. I mean, it's just a Spider-Man mythic, but it's a, Miles's version. But I think this is really cool. This was a really good mythic, of course. This helped the game, feel fresh and have good mobility. But other than that, that's every single update. Surprisingly, for like the next month, we didn't have any updates at all. Just a couple collabs, and that's really it. But other than that, though, that's it. That goes to show of Chapter 4 Season 2 Mega. I think this season was even better than Chapter 4 Season 1. There's just so many things they did better. Collabs, weapons, the map changed. There were so much things they did. I will admit, at the end of it, it was a little lacking on content updates. But other than that, most of the, season had a lot of content to it. Even if like 2 of the parts were like a month ahead. We had to wait like a whole month for one big content and then another month to get a new season. But I think this was a really good season. It's a bit better than Chapter 4 Season 1 in my opinion. So I'm going to give this season a 9 out of 10. I think Chapter 4 Season 2 Mega was really good. And for the next 2 seasons, we're not going to include Fortnite OG, of course, because that's not really Chapter 4. But for the next 2 seasons, I'm going to be using my old recap videos for Season 3 and Season 4. So, yeah, there might be different gameplay and it might sound different. So, further ado, let's move on to the review of Chapter 4 Season 3. So, as you guys read the title, I'm going to be explaining why this season sucked. I'm not even joking. This season literally sucked. This was one of the worst summer seasons we have gotten in a very long time. This is one of the worst ones. And I'm going to be explaining that right now. But first, we're going to start off with where it all began in the first update when Season 3 officially released. So to of course start this off, we might as well get to map changes. I'm going to put a picture of the map right here up on the screen. And you can see, comparing this right now to Season 2 to Season 3, there is a pretty big difference. I will admit that, okay? I will say the forest area was cool at first. The addition of mud, being able to ride the raptors, that's cool and all. But let's get on to why the loot pool was trash. Now, firstly, I want to mention about the shotguns. So the shotguns we start off at the beginning of the season were the Maven shotgun, the Drum shotgun, and the Havoc shotgun. Now, they're alright. You got 2 spammy shotguns, and then we got the Havoc. But they added a mythic version of the Drum. And you thought the legendary one was OP? Oh, well, you've not seen the mythic version yet. And for pistols, of course, it stayed as the normal tactical pistol. But let's just get to SMGs. This season, they actually kept the submachine gun SMG. and they decided to add the combat SMG back. Now, back then, the combat SMG was really OP. Now that they nerfed it, yeah, it's just not even good anymore. Like, I generally stopped using the combat SMG after they nerfed it. Like, I just can't use it. Now, let's get to the rifles now. So, originally, they had the Flapjack rifle, the Suppressed Havoc, and they had the Red Eye. But shortly, after a couple days, the Red Eye got vaulted for no reason, and the MK Alpha replaced it. Now, some people like the MK Alpha. It's an alright gun. Personally, I'm a Havoc fan. But I will say I do not like the Flapjack rifle. I'm just terrible with it, to be honest. I will say one really cool thing that I think they added this season, because I don't want this to just be a whole cons list. I do think some things were good about Season 3. Not a lot, but some things. I will say the Cybertron cannon was absolutely insane. When people found out how to rocket ride with that, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I want to do that too with my friends. And I bet you guys felt the same way. Now, other than that, that's pretty much it for the first update of, Season 3. Now, let's get on to 25.10. So, they did add the Cloak Gauntlets, which is right up here on screen. These are actually pretty useful, because they make you invisible, especially really good in zero build. So I will say this is one item that I really do appreciate this season gave us. It's kind of like a, I guess, a copy and paste version of the Predator Mythic, but I think this is a really good item. So I do want to mention, guys, I'm not going to be going over any of like the special outfits for the Battle Pass or, new perks or something like that. Mainly, I'm just going off weapons they add on each update or what happened with each update. And I will be mentioning just the state of the game and what is popular at the time, and also how creative is doing, what updates it gets. So here's the flare gun right here. It got unbolted in 25.10. Okay, also another thing I probably should have mentioned, what snipers start off at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I'm kind of recording this a little bit late to that, but I do want to mention the heavy sniper did come out at the beginning of the season, and then it got immediately vaulted after 25.11, which then introduced the explosive repeater rifle. Guys, I know I'm fumbling the bag on this one, but I forgot to also mention the boomerang. Not gonna lie though, the boomerang honestly sucked. Not just because of damage-wise or any of that. It's just that it got vaulted so much. It was just like the kinetic, what was it called? Blade, and then the shockwave hammer. And then after update 25.11, we then got a hotfix update that unbolted the pump shotgun. The Dollar Tree version, of course. Fortnite would actually get the real version to come back. After the shotgun update, then they dropped the summer update. Now, if you guys know what the summer update was like, yeah, I'll just put it on screen. That was it. That was literally it. That was everything. Nothing else came out for the entire update, except for the slap splashes, which are good, but other than that, that's literally it. So for the next Fortnite update, this one was extremely shocking. Like, this was the most shocking update I honestly could ever seen in Fortnite history, because Fortnite dropped a Futurama collab. I was honestly extremely shocked that was going to happen, but we did get a weapon from it. We got Bender's shiny metal ray gun. It's pretty much like Zig and Chompy's ray gun, if anybody knows that, but it's a little different, I guess, with looks wise. So yeah, other than that, that's all what happened in 25.20. Now, the next content update, which was absolutely insane, was the Jujutsu Kaisen update. Now, we did get 2 mythics, and you can get them from these like cursed llamas, and one of them was called the Hollow Technique, and the other mythic was called the Straw Doll Technique. Now, I will say these were both amazing. The Straw Doll Technique is something kind of new, actually, and I really like it. It's a really nice weapon. And the Hollow Technique is kind of more of a balanced Dragon Ball mythic, and I think most of y'all know it's the Kamehameha thing. So, yeah, that's what I have my opinions on that. One last thing that I really want to mention about this update, because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I think this update like not really exactly saved all of Season 3, but at least saved the ending, because the ending was really fun. All the rest of the updates were just terrible. It's either like one mythic or one item added within like 2 weeks, which was absolutely terrible. I know we got one update where we got the explosive repeater and then we got the quote-unquote pump shotgun, but yeah, I do think it's cool that we got like an anime battle pass. I know it's only one skin, but I think that is really cool. I think it's actually 2 skins. But I think you guys know what I mean. It's really cool that they're starting to do that. And I hope they do that for every single season. Like they make like a special collab and then you can get 2 skins or more from that like battle pass. You pay 1,000 V-Bucks. So for this last thing, I really want to mention this because I think this is really important for Fortnite. I think the only thing that Fortnite did right for like just generally this season was only up. Now, all of us have played Fortnite Only Up Chapter 1. I'm playing it right now. My highest was like Season X, I'm pretty sure. And I gave up. I'm pretty sure on this attempt I fail. But my point is, though, is it really just carried the whole summer. I mean, we got a terrible summer update. It was absolutely garbage. And then we got the guy that made the Fortnite Only Up Chapter 1. And honestly, it really just saved Fortnite. And it made creative much more fun. That's not exactly my point, though, for this, though. I'm saying that I wish that creative could also do good and Battle Royale. I think this season was definitely a pretty big L. And I know next season is going to be heist-themed. So I'm very excited for that. It's going to be happening tomorrow. I am recording this on the 24th, but this will be uploaded on the 25th when you guys are watching this. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Tell me if you guys like these type of videos, because I know I've made like 1 or 2 of them. And I'm starting to get used to more. If you guys like me like doing these reviews, talking about all the updates of, you know, a season, I can always do that. And I could probably do this again, but like every single update, or maybe just everything that happened of every season of Chapter 4, you know, when it comes to the time of the end of Chapter 4. So we can talk about that when it gets to that time. But I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you guys comment down below if you guys want to see more of this content. And make sure you're using code BlakerXV in the Fortnite shop. And tell me how you guys thought about Season 3. I'm out of here. With the new Fortnite season dropping tomorrow, I decided we need to do a Chapter 4, Season 4 overall review. If you know, last season I did do this with Chapter 4, Season 3, and it was pretty bad. Is this season bad? Find out right now. So to first start off the season, let's first start off with the Battle Pass review. First on, Nolan Chance. I think Nolan Chance is a decent Tier 1 skin. And then next up, we have Piper Pace. I kind of like the pizza vibes. I'm going with it. The next skin is Fish Stick. I really like this skin. This was a really good skin. They should add it for the Battle Pass, like a meme skin. Next, we got the anime skin. And I'm actually very surprised. This is the first shell-shaded anime skin that we've gotten in the Battle Pass. So I'd definitely say that's a big W for anime nerds. Probably like some of you guys watching this video. Other than that, let's get on the next skin, which would then after be Antonia. Fire skin. 10 out of 10. Probably the best skin in this Battle Pass, to be honest. Anyways, though, after that's Kabi Lame. That's a pretty good skin. A lot of people were complaining at first, but I think it's actually good that he's in the game. Other than that, though, then you got Kato Thorn, the Tier 100 skin. And, dude, he's one of the craziest Tier 100s we've gotten in a minute. I think last season's Tier 100 Optimus Prime, it was cool, but I wasn't a big fan of it. And the secret skin, I don't even know her name. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I'm not even going to say it, but some Star Wars girl. Now it's time to get into the new weapons of this season. First off, we have the Rocket Ram, which was one of the most insane mobility items ever. I think the Rocket Ram was one of the craziest things Fortnite has ever added, probably ever since Chapter 4, Season 1. Maybe Season 2, actually. Season 3 was trash, let's just be honest. But other than that, we then have the Infiltrator Pump. I'm going to be honest, I like this shotgun. I think it's a good shotgun. The Scope Burst SMG. Good SMG at long range. Short range, it's not as good. And the Twin Mag Assault Rifle, just a better version of the scoped SMG. Might as well just pick that instead. Then we got the Business Turrets. Those are also pretty good. And we got all the mythics from the vault. So we got the Unvaulted Midas Drum Gun. TNTina's Kaboom Bow, Ocean's Bottomless Chug Jug, Kit's Charged Shotgun, Kit's Shockwave Launcher, Zig and Chompy's Ray Gun, the Foundation's MK7 Assault Rifle, and Gunner Stinger SMG. Personally, Midas Drum Gun, it's pretty good. TNTina Boombo, trash. Ocean's Chug Jug, Slurp Juice is much better. Kit's Charged Shotgun, good with the shotgun perk. The Kit's Shockwave Launcher, always a classic. Zig and Chompy's Ray Gun, not even good with the buff. The Foundation's MK7, way better than this Chompy Ray Gun, even with the nerf. And Gunner Stinger SMG, not bad, but I suggest using the Foundation's MK7 more. The last most important detail about Season 4 start was the llama survival medals. There was a gray llama back bling, which is common. Then they had a green one for uncommon. And then they had a blue one for rare. They had a purple one for epic. An orange one for legendary. An exotic one, which was like teal. And then mythic was gold. These were really hard to get, and I only got to blue rarity this season. Tell me in the comments what rarity you guys got for your llama back bling. I did forget one thing to include that was in this season, which was the mini Crash Pad Juniors. I think they're called Crash Pad Juniors. This was mid. Just bring back Crash Pads, Fortnite. It's much better. So now for the first update for the season, which was actually a hotfix update. So the first thing we have is the Shield Breaker EMP. I actually really like this. This was really good to use in the heist vaults to get rid of the turrets so that they don't kill you. So that's good. And they also did 70 damage shield to other players. That was also very good, especially if you're playing zero build. Get rid of those auto shields and then get rid of the shields that they got throughout the game. Other than that, next thing I have to mention, which is the best item this entire season, the Sticky Grenade Launcher. And I think anybody can agree with me, especially when it originally released. Oh my lord, it was so OP. It was one of the best weapons in Fortnite history. It is close to the double pump. That's how good it is. Now for the next update, we actually got a My Hero Academia collab. So with this collab, we got a new mythic weapon, which is called the Todoroki's Ice Wall, which pretty much put down a wall full of ice. And then we got the Deku Smashback. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a big My Hero Academia fan, and I didn't really like these mythics at all. I even think Deku Smash is annoying. And I especially don't like the Ice Wall. Even in zero build, it's trash. Other than that, though, mid. Didn't like this update or the mythics. To be honest, the first update was amazing for Season 4. I think the second one was I didn't really like the Deku Smash. This one's just trash. All it is the Star Wars girl's lightsaber, which does not even have the rock powers. Mid. Actually worse than the My Hero Academia update. So after that update, we then get custom lobbies for creators for their own creative maps to make whatever type of custom lobby you want. So W update for that. That was an amazing update. And this actually came out with 26.30, which is the Fortnitemares 2023 update. This update consists of the new Witch Broom, the Wood Stake Shotgun, the Thorns Kinetic Blade, the Pumpkin Launcher did return, and yeah, that's it for that. Before I do get into my opinions of what I think of the weapons for this update, I first want to mention the collab for this Fortnitemares. We got Michael Myers, Jack Skellington, and Alan Wake. I don't know who Alan Wake is, but Jack Skellington and Michael Myers in Fortnite goes crazy. So, now to get into my opinions about the weapons for this update. So, first off, I would like to talk about the Wood Stake Shotgun. I think the shotgun is good. It's not terrible, but I'm just not the biggest fan with it. But the Thorns Vampire Blade, that's what it's called. It gives you siphon when you hit people. And it's the best mobility weapon in the game, in my opinion. Even compared to the Rocket Ram and the Shockwave Launcher or anything else. This is the best mobility weapon in the game, and it literally gives you siphon. 10 out of 10. Pumpkin launcher, it's a classic. It's good. The Witch's Broom. We have not seen the Witch's Broom since Fortnitemares 2020, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2021. Might have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I really like the revamp, the spooky vibes. It's like red instead of like greenish. I like the red more in my opinion. So, you know, this is always a good for the Witch's Broom. I like the Witch's Broom. And other than that, that's all we got there. I think this Fortnitemares was really good. So to put all this in a nutshell, for all of this 8 minutes of content, I'm going to give this season an 8 out of 10. I think there was a lot of content, especially put into Fortnitemares, which made the end of the season amazing. Like how it was last season with the Jujutsu Kaisen collab or whatever it's called. So I think they added a whole ton of content, which is great for the game. I will admit, the second update with the My Hero Academia and the Star Wars one, wasn't a big fan, but I did like the sticky grenade. It was absolutely so fun. EMP nades were also really fun to use, fighting the heist boss and all that, getting the mythics, and nobody else has those mythics. I mean, it's just a win-win. It's much better than last season. Last season was so mid. I like this loot pool much better than the last season's loot pool. So tell me in the comments what you guys think about Season 4. And what do you guys think is going to be for Season 5? Well, we already know. But what do you guys think the event is going to be? And I'll see you guys in the next season. Where are we dropping, everybody? So looking back over the footage, I will say I don't have a single opinion I could really change, honestly. I think I would keep all the words that I've said back in the last couple months. Chapter 4 Season 3 was pretty trash. Let's just be completely honest. The only thing that was carrying the summer was Only Up. And Chapter 4 Season 4 was a pretty big lifesaver. It was really fun to play. I really enjoyed playing the game. I had a fun time. And, you know, playing squads of friends. And just seeing the updates throughout the season. There were some pretty good updates and some really good changes. And I think the new UI is actually really good now. I'm not sure if I said if it was bad, because I didn't hear that part. But if I did say it's bad, I think the new UI is now amazing now. And I love how they did the lobby background changes in that season. Big shout out to Fortnite for that. That is crazy. I'm glad that we got that in 2023 for Chapter 4. But other than that, guys, I would say Chapter 4, yeah, most of it, like Season 3 was pretty mid. I think the problem with Chapter 4 was the lack of updates. See, the thing with Chapter 4 is story and updates. Their updates were a little weird. Like, it was really crappy, or it would take like a month to get a good update. I'm not even joking. We'd get a good update, we have to wait a whole month for another good update, and that's just how it worked for Chapter 4. No story, not that many good updates. There were good updates, okay? But when there was, we had to wait like a month until the next update, which really sucked. Like, we should get good updates every 2 weeks, but if there was an update 2 weeks, it just wasn't that good one. There wasn't that much content. There was nothing much they added to it. But other than that, though, guys, that's really it. I think Chapter 4 definitely had its problems. But on a scaling of 1 out of 10, what to rate it out of, I would probably give it a 4 out of 10. I think they did great with the collabs. Maybe 5 out of 10? I wouldn't say 6 out of 10. Either 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. Because I think some of the updates were great. Season 4 had a lot of great updates. They only had, one update where we had to wait a month till the next type of update, which was then the Fortnite OG season. And, yeah, other than that, though, but Chapter 3, Season 3, oh my god, that was hell. That was one of the worst seasons ever. I hated that season. I still hate it to this day. It was one of the worst seasons ever. It's close to being as bad as Primal. That's how bad it is. So, further ado, though, that's the end of the video, guys. And I just want to say, appreciate everybody that has been in my streams during Chapter 4. We have changed a lot as a community, I'm not going to lie. Going from the beginning of Chapter 4, Season 1, which was, yeah, that was the season I started doing Creative Customs. Now it's been about a year since I've been doing Creative Customs. It's now Chapter 5, Season 1, which is absolutely crazy. But hopefully Chapter 5 will be much better. And I know this is a huge long video, over 40 minutes. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, as soon as Chapter 5 is over, I will be doing a Chapter 5 Season 1 recap. And who knows? Maybe if there possibly is a Chapter 6, we'll do a Chapter 6 recap. And I do want to mention this. This year, we're going to start doing season and chapter recaps a little more often. What I mean by that is I'll go into the past. Like, let's just say Chapter 3. We'll do Season 1, then 2, 3, 4. And then there'll be like a little bit of a movie, kind of like 30-something, 40 minutes like this. So pretty much reviewing all the seasons, all the chapters, and thinking, was it really good or was it really bad? An example, was Chapter 3 Season 1 really that good? Or was Chapter 2 Season 6 really that bad? The answer is yes, but I will give more evidence to that when I make a video like that. So I just want to tell you guys that I'll be doing videos like that this year. So I'll be doing more videos like that. But other than that, though, I'll see you guys hopefully for my birthday, which is tomorrow, as I'm uploading this video. And see you guys then. Make sure you guys using code BlakerXV in the Fortnite shop. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.